Greetings and welcome to Hot Topics from the Soul. I'm your host, Dr. Valerie Parker Hagan, and I'm delighted to be here. Guess what? If you live in the United States of America, we are in our election. Now, if you're 21 and over, you are required to be a registered voter. Now, if you're not a registered voter, it may be too late for you to do so right now, but please, please, please register to vote. Now, there has been a lot of controversy regarding the ballots, people not understanding policies and laws and different individuals that are running for government. And one of the things I know is that a lot of people in their local community don't vote for those officials in their local community. They'll go to the polls and vote, but they will only vote for the president. But the president does not handle our local community. So today I have a special guest. He's Vice Mayor of Lauderhill, and his name is Lawrence Jabbow Martin. Greetings.
Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon. How you doing?
I am well. So I know you're out there on the circuit trying to get the work done. You're a vice mayor at present. So can you tell us a little bit about the local government? And it's a municipal because it's you got the mayor, the
Right.
commissioner. So can you talk about the roles and the importance of voting for your officials in your local community?
Right. I think your segue was very, very spot on. Everybody looks at the national because that's what's on TV pretty much every night and all day long. But however, when it comes down to your local municipality, town, city, tribal reservation, you have to be in tune to what's going on in your local level. Because again, when you think about the potholes, I'm going to take it real simple. Federal government doesn't fix your potholes. It's your local government that fixes your potholes. It's also your local government that's in charge of your local police department and your fire department and monitoring the amount of taxes you pay on a local level. So the local government and the local municipalities are really important that you put the right people in office that have like-minded ideas and thoughts of what you would like your city to look like, be known for. And again, the taxes are always very important and how your dollars are being spent. In most cases, you're literally giving 4, 5, or 6 individuals the right to monitor and have access to your tax dollars. And you want to make sure the right people are minding the store, so to say.
Absolutely. Taxes, everybody, gets frantic as it relates to taxes. So when you say taxes, does that affect like homeowner taxes?
Absolutely. Well, a part of it is twofold. The property appraiser for each county is in charge of assessing what the value of your houses, your homes or house, condos, et cetera, are from year to year. And in most cases, we know the housing values have gone up and taxes are directly tied to home values. Now, where the part that comes in where the cities are involved is most cities depend on a big chunk of that money for operational costs and ways of doing things in the city, be it pay salaries or keep your parks open or to do new initiatives and things of that nature. So the amount of taxes we get, your property taxes that comes to the city for income is important for the cities to monitor and make sure they're making good use of it while trying to keep the numbers down so you're not burdensome to the homeowners that have to pay that tax. And in our city, specifically in my city, probably like a lot of cities around the country, you have a lot of people that are on fixed incomes and they can't afford to pay a lot more in taxes. But unfortunately, taxes go up as the value of your house goes up. So it's important that you have the right people in place that are doing things for your best interests when it comes to how your tax dollars are spent and collected for that matter.
Yeah, now you're vice mayor currently, and you're running for mayor. Our mayor, Ken Thurston, he's retiring out, and he's done a magnificent job. And those are big shoes to fill. Can you tell us about how you would continue that legacy?
And you know, the uniqueness of the relationship I have with Mayor Thurston, um, I've called him my political mentor in a sense. He's my fraternity brother, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, to the bros. But he's been more than that. He's been like a big brother to me. And just watching the way he's able to work with the community, make himself accessible to the community, but still stand firm on the things that he feels very passionate about. And one of the things that we share in common is our passion for people. We tell people all the time, we do this job for the people, not for the paycheck. He's a retired business person. I retired from the federal government. So it's not about the money. It's really about the people in the community and how we help move Lauderhill to the next level. The mayor is an on the ground, hands on kind of person, much like myself. You know, I did 23 years in the federal government, retired in 2018. And I'm really just doing this because I want to help my and some of those experiences that I've had from the federal level to bring them down to the municipal level to help move Lauderhill to the next level.
That's awesome. And being that you've been in that capacity, how would you work with our local police department and fire department to ensure that our community stays safe?
Excellent question, because that's something that's paramount to pretty much everybody in every community. Everybody wants the same things. I don't care where you live. You want safe neighborhoods. You want places that you can work, live, and play and do it in a positive way. I have established relationships with both fire and police. I am endorsed by both agencies. Every people union in our city has endorsed me for the mayorship. I have a monthly meeting with the police department. Uh, Law enforcement is kind of a tricky animal, you know, because of my background. You know, they started out with the blinders on a little bit, but because I've actually was the chief of an organization in community corrections, I think they're a little more comfortable listening to some of the ideas and things I have because I've done the job before, and not as a chief of police, but working in that law enforcement space and having done it at the highest level from my federal agency's perspective. It's given me more. I have more of an insight than the average candidate or a person walking off the street. So I have a very good relationship with our police chief, with our fire chief, and I support them wholeheartedly. And you know, we all have the same passion of wanting to make sure our communities are aware that they're there and they're available to participate, and they want the community to be on board with everything we're trying to do. So I have a very good working relationship, and it's very good that all elected officials should strive to have relationships with the fire and police department.
Okay, what about businesses moving to Lauderhill? How are, and does the commissioners, have a part in that, bringing businesses to the community to strengthen it financially?
Oh, absolutely. And again, part of the commission's job is to make sure that the image of the city is a good one, a positive one. We recently, in the last couple of years, undertook a rebranding, renaming initiative in the city of Lauderhill that's coming to fruition right now, where we're going to be launching and town meetings with the community to kind of give them some ideas of what we've thought about, how we want to move the city forward, get some more input from them. But that's a big chunk of what the commission's supposed to do. Make sure the city's set up properly to be inviting to new businesses to want to come in. I'm proud to say I'm part of an initiative that's going to have the development of one of the biggest open pieces of land that we have still in the city of Lauderhill. That's going to bring work, life, and play space to somewhere that we don't currently have in our city. And that's one of the things that kind of rolls back to taxes. When you're bringing most of your taxes in off the backs of the residents, because we don't have a big box or big brand name hotel chain or any five-star restaurants and things of that nature, those are the things smart development has to play a part in any growing city to make sure those avenues are available. And I'm proud to say in the past 2 years, I brought a team to the table that's going to deliver those things to the city of Lauderhill, which over the course of the next 3 to 5 years should help affect the taxes being relieved from the residents and transferred more to the businesses. So it's very important that we have a big part of playing in bringing businesses into the city. You have a lot of good small businesses, but you need some of those ones that can help burden some of the costs of running a city like Lauderhill.
And it seems like it will bring a lot of jobs to the community because we have a lot of teenagers coming up and looking for summer jobs and, just people, trying to develop a career while they're in school learning so that they can get to the next level. So it seems like that would enhance it greatly.
And one thing I'm real proud of is my contact with the school board, our local school board, who's had a set of challenges over the last few years. But I
Mhm.
think they're settling in on some good space right now. Where one thing that we do in the city of Lauderhill, and the school board is also pivoting in the same space, is looking at careers that for those kids that aren't going to go to college, we got to start vocation training or giving them opportunities where they can get a trade or a skill within a year or two, and they can go right into the middle class to get jobs. We know technology is going to be a big part of everything moving forward. We have STEM programs we've established in the city of Lauderhill specifically for our teenagers so they can kind of find their way. If there's a passion there, that we know they can come out and be super successful in getting these type of jobs. We talk with technology companies that are willing to come in and possibly set up shop where, again, 12 to 18 months of training, person can come out making 70, 80, $100,000 a year. So we're
Mm.
trying to kind of move in a direction that we see the nation going, quite honestly, and being prepared to say we have a workforce here, which in tune makes businesses that need that kind of stuff or that want to build that kind of stuff want to come to Lauderhill. So we're kind of just building the blocks to put everything together to make sure that we're part of the plan on everything going forward.
Great, magnificent. So, you have any final remarks you want to leave regarding the election? I know I voted yesterday, and I went to the polls, and it is a madhouse. So, I'm encouraging everyone, please, 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 do not wait till election day because life happens on you intend to get there that day of election and something happens, god forbid no accidents, but you have to work late or the kids are acting up and you have to go by to school and stuff like that. So don't wait till the last minute. This is crucial. It took one day when our democracy would have been totally destroyed, and we want everyone to go to the polls because we don't want 4 years of disaster. And we want to make sure that our families stay strong and that we stay connected. So, you have any final remarks, please?
I mean, you summed it all up right there. Don't wait till the last minute. This is too big an election. And it's kind of weird because almost every year in the past, probably 12, maybe past 3 or 4 cycles, it's always been this is the most important election of our lifetime. But
Of our lifetime career.
this really, 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 really is the most important election of our lifetime. And we can't take anything for granted. Everybody has to get out and vote. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the fake news. This is the most important election, top to bottom. As far as my city's concerned, I'm going to throw us into that mix also. We've made such great strides here in our city of Lauderhill. And I know there are other cities around the country that are in the same position. When people come out with misinformation or they're not 100% truthful, and sometimes voters don't do their homework. Don't worry about who screams the loudest. I think we were talking off air earlier. You come out to some of these polling places and they literally stick their whole body in your car to give you literature where it only takes a simple, hey, consider my candidate. And then they don't want you to talk to the other people, which is ridiculous. That's how you make informed decisions, is by comparing and contrasting. So if you encounter people that are being so aggressive about trying to push a slate or their information, ask yourself twice. What's so desperate about this group of people that I can't, really deal with taking a look of both sides and see, what they have to offer. But at the end of the day, make sure you get out and vote. And if you don't vote, I'm one of those people. First thing I ask people when they start complaining, did you vote? Do you participate in your community? If either one of those answers is no, you go to the bottom of my list as far as getting resolved because you got opportunity to be a part of the solution. No elected official, no law enforcement, nobody can solve all the problems by themselves. We're in this together and we must work together to fix it and try to move the needle and make it better. And I'm prepared to do that here in the city of Lauderhill. So if you know somebody in Lauderhill, Florida, get on the phone and call them, tell them to vote for Jabbow for mayor. Shameless plug. Thank you very much.
Well, I thank you so much for joining, and those that are tuning in, share it and repost it so that people will go out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. It is your right.
Thank you, Doctor.
In the United States, it is your right. So please, and if you don't understand or know anything about the candidates, you Google everything. Google that. And we look forward to seeing you. Your vote counts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc. Have a good evening. Hot topics from the soul.